Hey everybody. Oh, here we are. Look at me. I'm just so relaxed. I'm sitting here in this chair, just in a sock. I totally didn't just sit down 10 seconds ago, rushing over here. Whew. Every time it's without fail. I get everything set up. I accumulate all my little props and toys and GI Joes for the video, and then I go do stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, let's gotta go, let's go. And then I run around like a chicken with my head cut off to get my beverage and my knitting and get set up and started. But here we are, and welcome to Wednesday's lunch chat. So glad you can join us. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Mom. Hi, Jan. Oh, it's great to see everybody as well. It's a nice rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest, perfect for a little bit of knitting. That's what's on my agenda once I'm done here at the shop. I gotta get the next Afghan square done because it's almost May. Hello, what is even happening? First March takes like 6 years to get through, and then April just goes by in a blink. At least for me, it has. That's crazy. Just a week away from the end of April. Anyways, the silly comments that don't scroll. Hello, Roberta. Hello, Sarah. Oh, I'm just working on my little Regia sock here, my old school Arnie and Carlos Regia sock yarn. I'm still cranking out the socks. It's still my go-to evening mindless project when I can't handle thinking about anything stronger. But I'm feeling restless. I'm at that point that I get sometimes here at the store where I just look around at the inventory and I just want it all gone. I want all fresh, all new. And that's not really something I can do right now. So I'm just going to have to bury that feeling by casting on as many things as I can. I don't know about you guys, but casting on is like a cure-all for whatever ails you. So that's what my plan is. Hi, Margot. Hello, Miss Lynn. So I have all the stuff I'm going to show you piled up all around me. My cast on dreams, some stuff about relating to the upcoming weekend, which is actually a special weekend that I'm going to tell you all about. So, anyways, oh, I feel like I'm just catching my breath. So I changed the scene up a little bit. I don't know if you noticed. I moved my computer over to the seating area, or what the current seating area is. So now you're looking at we've got some books here and our fun bags here, the Fun Club totes, which are so hilarious. If you haven't seen those, go look those up on our website, Fun Club. And then right here we have some of our fingering. Our fingering goes around the corner that way, but this is some of the fingering that we have right now, and it's starting. You can see, oops, I got to move opposite what I think. Look how picked over it is. Um, hole. Actually, we've pulled the pegs on several of these. There was a hole here, there was a hole here, and then up here we have hole, hole, hole. So it's starting to feel a little depleted in here, and I just don't want to over order because it's all up in the air, right? You guys have been so great with the quarantines. We're going to do good. We're going to be able to pay the rent, pay the bills, all of that stuff. But it's not like I can just restock the shop as if it was fall, right? Like as if we were headed into the fall season. Uh, because it just everything is unknowable, right? And all of us are in a precarious position, not knowing how our own personal finances are going to shake out in the coming months. So, so yeah, I want to fill all the holes with all new stuff. I just want to order, order, order. Kim, fill up those holes. I can't. Soon, maybe. Hello, Rhonda from Williamsburg. Thanks for joining in. Heidi, I have not started the sock arm sweater. I'm going to be able to resist that one right now because I have some other things on my mind. Should we talk about that? Okay, I'm going to set my sock down. I got to take a quick sip here. Mango, today's flavor. Okay, first, before I do anything else, I want to show you what I was sent for my quarantine that I got from a fellow shop owner, the owner of Raging Wolves in Florida. My word was mischief. And so she sent me these two fun skeins of yarn. So this is a Richard DeVries, Yarns of Richard DeVries is the brand, and it is called Luxe Visions of Paradise, and it is merino silk and cashmere and kind of this pretty rainbow speckledy, so soft. And then this is Alexandra's yarn from right here in Oregon, and this is a breast cancer awareness special skein, and this is merino and silk, 80% merino, 20% silk, and this colorway is called Michelle. I have a cousin named Michelle. So it's hot pink with a little touch of rainbow splash. And when you knit that yarn up, we used to carry something similar. You get flecks, little tiny bursts of rainbow stuff. So it's really fun. I think both of these will make great projects. I think I actually might make socks out of this one. And then this one, there's a shawl that I saw Jill sent someone in their corn skein. And I was like, oh, I like that. Took one skein of real multi yarn and then one solid skein. So I could match this up with a perennial to make that shawl. Of course, I have no idea what the name of it was. I'm just going to have to scroll back through 3 different groups posts and look for the pictures so I can figure it out. Maybe Jill will remember if I poke her and ask her to jog her memory. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. And really quick, just because it just came in the door this morning, right before we started, the new Her Story color is out from Knitted Wit. So each month is in Her Story Sock Club is a new colorway based on some important woman who's done something important. We've gone through, 2 years ago was Ladies in STEM, and then last year was Women in the Arts, and then this year is firsts. So the first woman to do this, the first woman to do this. So last month's was the first female taxi driver in Pakistan, and we actually already sold out of that color. It was really great. It's called Paxi. And hi, Julia. Oh, you guys. Sorry, I go off on all these tangents, but everybody needs to say happy birthday to Julia. Julia's one of our Saturday Shop gals, and yesterday was we won't say how old she turned yesterday, but let's just put it this way. It was a milestone birthday. And once life is back to normal, we are going to have the biggest party. But for now, we'll have to settle with like Zoom happy hours and things like that. But everybody should take a second and make a comment and say happy birthday to Julia. Okay, back to the Her Story Sock Club. So last week's color was Paxi, the first female taxi driver in Pakistan. So this week's month's color, this is May's color, but she's letting us promote early once we get it, just because she knows the circumstances. This color is called Vroom Vroom, and it is so fun. This color is in honor of Janet Guthrie, who is one of the very first race car drivers in the United States. And she was one of the first women to compete in the big races. So this colorway is called Vroom Vroom. And as you can see, it's got that kind of green racing color, that standard. It's not Indy 500, but I'm totally blanking on. It's like the common green you get in the racing world. And then you have this burst of rainbows to kind of indicate all of the sponsors that you get on all of our cars, all of their different graphics, etc. So I just think it's very creative, really cool of the gals over at Knitted Wit to come up with this colorway. So this is now up on our website, Vroom Vroom, the May colorway for the Knitted Wit Her Story Sock Club. So that's super fun. Thank you, Daytona. Oh, look at all these happy. Oh, she says it's no secret. She turned 50. Woo! Half a century. You would never know it, though. She's a very, very young 50. Oh, I love seeing all these happy birthday messages coming in. Oh, Lucinda's video. You guys, Lucinda's the next thing I'm going to talk about. So Lucinda of Corn Skein Lucinda fame, the creator of the Corn Skeins up in Montreal in Canada. She has a absolutely beautiful new shawl that's coming out this weekend in honor of what was supposed to be National Local Yarn Store Day, or Annual Local Yarn Store Day. That event was canceled by our trade association and moved to September. But there's a whole bunch of us that don't even care that was canceled. And we're just having a local yarn store weekend virtually in honor of what would have been Local Yarn Store Day. And so Cinda has designed the most gorgeous worsted weight shawl, and it's the social distancing shawl because it's a rectangle and it is 6 feet long. She is so clever, I swear. She just comes up with the best stuff. And I don't know if you haven't seen her other designs, go check her out on Ravelry. Her name is Lucinda Iglesias, and she has beautiful, beautiful patterns. And so this shawl is no different. And I am going to start casting one on as soon as I can get that pattern in my hot little hands Friday morning. And I'll show you the yarns I'm going to use. It's knit on a size 7, and she used Spin Cycle and Brooklyn Tweed, which we don't have, but we have great substitutions. So I'm going to use Entropy DK and Scout. So I'm using these two colors here of Entropy DK, fun, and these two colors of Scout. Let me hold them all together. So her pattern is a rectangular shawl with a kind of a chevron effect, and it's stripes alternating these rows. They kind of get, worked more like this. I am so excited. It was just the inspiration that I needed when I saw her post this morning. It gave us a little sneak peek. And so watch for that. That will be out this weekend. And I'm going to be sending everybody an email Friday morning. So make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. You can do that right on our website so that you get the special stuff that's going to go down this weekend. So it'll have the details about Lucinda's awesome shawl. And then it will also have some other fun details about the things we're going to do here in the shop to celebrate local yarn store weekend virtually from home. Okay, so here's the other thing that I was wanting to suddenly impulsively cast on. This is one of my favorite projects that I've made. And I made this, I started this when I went to Mexico a couple of years ago. It was a good mindless travel knit. And Knitted Wit, Laura Jean, had been at the shop for International Women's Day for a pop-up shop. And she just had all these really bright, beautiful colors of her fingering yarn. And I wanted to put some of them together in a shawl, and Shannon Squire was with her from Shannon Squire Designs, and Shannon said, oh, try my spell shawl. It's the perfect way to use 3 different colors of fingering weight. It goes fast because you hold them double. So you start out with 2 strands of one color, you drop a strand or incorporate color number 2, drop a strand, go back to 2 strands of color 2, et cetera, et cetera. You move through all 3 colors that way. And it was really, really entertaining. It's a 4-row repeat, super easy, but somehow it was just like one of the most satisfying knits. So here is my original spell shawl, and these colors all had Mexico in their name, or the title was in Spanish, and so it seemed really fitting. I was drawn to these colors. I was gonna take it on my trip to Mexico. So here we go. I have this really fiery orange to a more rainbowy, and to the lighter there. So I want to make another one, and I have been staring at these colors. They just fell on the floor. I have to grab them just a second if I can get to it. You guys should see what I've penned myself into here. Penned being really, really accurate. I'm all walled in by chairs and tables. Okay, so I have all the stuff. Here is what I'm thinking I want to use. These 3 colors. Let me put that one up this way so you can see more of it. Can you get a good look at these? Okay, so here is where I would start with the really light one with just little specks of gold and a slightly browner tone. And then we go to this one here. And then this one, which is blue with those great gold tones. I think this would be really fun. And it's one of those good mindless kind of things. So it won't take a lot of concentration. And it's done on a size 8 needle or a 9. My tag's somewhere right here. So it's not like it's tiny, tiny little needles. Size 7 needle. Anyways, what do you think? Should I do it? Should I do it? As if I ever needed pushing off of a cast on ledge. I think I should. Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, so this color is called Boho Chic. This is one of the Her Story colors from earlier last year, at the end of last year. This one is another Her Story. This is Time Flies Like an Arrow, Fruit Flies Like a Banana. Do you get it? Do I need to read that again? Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. So this is This is another Her Story sock club from the woman who you did like genetic research on fruit flies and made some important strides. And then this one is actually her fingering, and this is from the Sassy Holidays Yarn Shop exclusive club that she and Shannon worked on together. And this is called Itsy Bitsy, and it was for National Bikini Day. Itsy Bitsy Teensy Weensy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Oh, polka dots and yellow. My God, it's meant to be. Oh my Lord. Is it clear I've just been sitting here talking to myself for weeks on end? Um, oh yeah, it does remind me of the daisies too, Julia. You're right. Maybe that I kind of have like daisies on the brain. Julia said it reminds her of a corn skein package that I put together on Monday that was blue, white with a touch of yellow, and her word daisies. I must have subtly influenced by that. So yeah, Martha knows I'm punchy. Oh, you guys. Well, at 2 o'clock today, I'm going to attend a webinar with one of the representatives from the state of Oregon who's in charge of the, oh gosh, regional resource something. And he's going to be talking about the state's reopen plan. And so I think that will be very interesting. I'm anxious to hear what they have in mind. I know that here in the store, just due to my personality, caution's going to be the way we go all the way through this whole thing. And if and when we do reopen, I anticipate that we probably won't have a seating area for a while. So that means no hanging out in the shop to knit. And we're going to have to figure out the whole help thing because it's really hard to help someone with their knitting without getting right up in their personal space. So I've been putting some thought into it. I'll continue to think on that. And we will have a plan and a way to try to see your pretty face again once we're able to. So, but all in the most prudent way possible. We have a lot of people we know and love dearly in this shop that are immune compromised, and I would not be able to live with myself if my store was the reason that they became ill for some reason. So that's what you can expect from us in regards to however and whenever we might open. I think I will know a lot more after this webinar. I'm hoping I will know a lot more after this webinar. It would be nice to have some tangible metrics, to look at. And I'm assuming testing is one of those. So I'm anxious to hear what the state has to say to all of us in those regards. Um, Okay, I'm looking around at all of my props that I piled up here, and I think that I've exhausted everything I had to talk to you guys about today. So thank you again for taking 17 and a half minutes, 18 minutes of your life to sit and watch me babble and sing polka dot bikini songs. I appreciate it. I wish I could see you all in person, but for now, this will do. And I hope you have a lovely couple of days, and I'll meet you back here at noon Pacific Standard Time on Friday. So, ta ta for now.